We are back. We are back. So called Black in America. I'm your host, Yakanan. Feels good to be back. Listen, you guys enjoyed your vacation. Kids back in school. Well, some places depend on where you're at. Kids back in school and everything. Feels good, right? Everybody get a little break. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, talking to y'all makes me feel good. Y'all might have known a little something different. I got to brag. Signage. Yes, I got signage now. You can't see, well, you might be able to see, but let me show you my little remote. It actually is a neon light. So check it. I gotta brag on it because it actually lights up. Check it out. So I can make it brighter. You see that right there? I can make it brighter, but it washes out. So I got it real light, remote control. You could turn it off, turn it on, everything like that. So look, I'm trying to move up. I'm trying to do some things. I'm trying to do some things and do some big things and everything and come to y'all correct. I'm trying to make it happen. Listen, if you have a podcast out there or you just like it and you want some type of signage or whatever, then get at me. I could hook y'all up and give y'all the connects and everything and make it happen. We'll see what's up. So listen, today's show is going to be a little different. It's not even going to be a big show. I'm talking about maybe doing maybe a 10-15 minute segment. And let me know if y'all like this cuz what I'm going to do is this year I was thinking I'll probably try to drop one of these maybe once or twice a week, maybe a 10-minute segment, sometimes by myself, sometimes not by myself. Today's going to be by myself, so but just I don't know, just dropping some things that's on my mind. Some of y'all might not like it, some of y'all might, but it's things that come up, things that I talk to people about, and I want to hear what you have to say. If hey, listen, the comment section, drop it in the comments. Let me hear what your thoughts are about it. So if you didn't look at the title of the show, on this little episode real quick. Um, it's going to be about community. I'm talking about community. And, you know, I'm guilty of it because I often talk about community, especially on this show. And I refer to community when I talk about us, the melanated people, people of color, talking about our community and things that we do and things that in fact when I describe the show, so-called black is a so-called black in America is a show that talks about things that go on, different social issues within our community. So that word community, what does community mean to you? What is community? And the reason why I ask that is because to me, there's no such thing as community anymore. We have no community because if we break down the fundamentals of that word community, excuse me, I'm knocking things all over the place. But if we break down that the fundamentals of that word community and what it used to mean as opposed to what it means now, we have to look at community as it's separated. It's there's a separatist between it because even if you take community as in okay, so for instance, the way I use it, community, meaning the melanated people, there's such a separation between community now that people, we all don't think the same anymore. We all don't think the same. So when you refer to community, community is usually a group of people who think the same, have the same focus, the same guidelines, the same principles, are fighting for the same thing, speaking about the same thing, are focused and have the same goals. Basically, is when we talk about community. I don't know what Webster's dictionary. I'm not talking about what Webster's dictionary says community is or anything like that. I'm telling you the street vernacular when you talk about community. That's what we're referring to when we speak about community. So this is what we're talking about when we talk about community. However, talking about community now, what does community mean? Because Now we don't stick together. We don't fight for the same things. We tear each other apart. We don't stick with each other. We don't have the same goals. We don't have the same focus. So where's the community? Where is the community? Right now, I'm down south. I'm from New York. Represent New York. BX in the house. You know. So but I'm down south. The people in the south, and don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people who moved to New York and I'm old New York, New York. I'm not like that. I love living in the south. I really do. I wouldn't move back to New York, so I moved down here. So I want to premise this by saying that I'm not one of these people. On No, I'm not like that. However, the people in the South are different. The people in the South are different, and the mindset of the people in the South are different. Um, at least when I was there. Now, I left New York as a teenager because I joined the military, and then I had some other things. So I'm a lot older now, but I left the military. I left New York as a teenager. Now I've been back since and lived there for a few years, but that's what let me know, New York is out of me, so it's time for me to go. But New York was different when I was growing up in New York. People stuck together. There was a sense of community. In fact, where I'm from, and where I grew up as a child in Tracy Towers, there was a community. We all stuck together. We all talked the same. We all walked the same. We all stuck up for the same thing. We stuck together. We talked the same. In fact, we were such a community that many of us still are in communication with each other. And if you've been on my show and you've watched the show before, a few of my guests have been people I've known since I was 6, 7 years old, and I still keep in touch with them. So if any of y'all out there watching, hey, shout out Tracy Towers, so that's community, and we still keep in touch. Now, granted, we might have different walks of life now. We might have different views of opinion, which is what adults do. Adults adult, right? We grow up and we have different views of opinion. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. And just because you have a difference of opinion doesn't mean that you're not community. So that's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is the cohesiveness, the cohesiveness isn't there anymore within the melanated community. And when I say melanated, don't get me wrong, I'm not just talking about the so-called black people. I'm not just talking about so-called black people. I'm talking about people of color, which means so-called black people, Hispanic people, Mexican people. I'm talking about I'm talking about people of color. So people that have melanin in their skin, people who grew up in our neighborhoods, who could identify with us, who were going through the same struggles that we've gone through, who are also going through the same struggles, you know. And something else I'm seeing, to me, that's kind of also separating us as a people. And I'm seeing this, and it's crazy. And I want you to hear me out first. Well, if you listen, you have no choice, right? Because I don't have nobody on the show today to interrupt me. All right. But check this out. Is anybody else seeing this? I'm seeing something on here. Now, regardless to how you feel about it, hear me out and see where I'm coming from. There are a lot of people that are from the continent of Africa that live in the United States. Just like there are a lot of people from the United States that have moved over to the continent of Africa. Now, with that being said, there are those from the continent of Africa who come here that treat us melanated people a certain way. However, And I've been all over the world, and I've and lived in a lot of different states. There are also people that come here from the continent of Africa that are very loving and respectful to us as well. And we go over there and we're treated the same with the same respect and love as well. But something I'm seeing is that there is a growing disdainment between melanated people from here in the United States and the people from the continent of Africa. That there are people that are trying to put a divide in between us and causing disdainment. So to me, are they not melanated also? So just because they were born there and we were born here, even though we might be, some people say, well, we were here and we were never there, or they were there, they were never here, whatever that may be. Are we not all melanated people? Can we not all band together and become a stronger, united people to fight for the same cause, to fight for the same things, to fight to get to the same place? Can we not do that? Because I could tell you, and I've been to the continent of Africa, I've been to a few countries in Africa, and I will tell you this: when I went there, I was treated with nothing but respect and love. I really was. And I'm not just saying that. I was treated with nothing but respect and love. When you go somewhere, you're treated the way that you act. If you go over there acting like, oh, why they doing this? Why you do that? We don't do that over here. We don't do that in America. We don't do that. You're going to get treated like that. The same as you would treat somebody that came here if they did that. All right. Respect is earned, not given, right? Some of y'all say respect is given, and I don't know. But my opinion, right? So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Listen, it's just me now. It's just me. So let me know your thoughts. I would like to hear. Maybe me talking by myself will spark some comments because y'all are afraid of the comment section, I guess. I don't know. But shout out because I have one or two people that watch the show that comment every show, and I appreciate you. I sincerely, sincerely do. I appreciate you. You know who you are, and I'm thanking you right now because you comment every show, even if you just say, "Hey, good show." Thank you, thank you. But let me know your comments on what you think about that. But we need to get back to being a community again. We need to get back to being a community. And listen, let's start by being a community again. Then we'll get work on being a strong community. But let's work on being a community again. Let's work on helping each other. Let's work on stop telling everybody no all the time. Let's work on extending a hand to somebody once in a while. Now, granted, depending on where you at, depending on what kind of city you live in, it's hard to do that sometime, right? Because you have a serious criminal element that they don't care how nice you're trying to be, they're always going to take advantage of you. I get that. For women out there, it's hard for you to help somebody because you have people out there who try to take advantage of that and try to take advantage of you. So you have to be on guard. I get that. It's unfortunate, but I get it. But there are avenues and things that we can do to help and to become more of a community. We can do this. Brothers, start helping your sisters out. And I don't just mean your biological sisters. Start helping sisters out. You know, when you see a sister, say good morning. How are you? Have a beautiful day. And just walk away. You ain't got to holler at her. You ain't got to try to get the number. say good morning. That's it. And go on your day. Sisters, when you see a brother, good morning, my brother, and keep going. And brothers, listen. I gotta say this. Stop thinking just because a woman says hello that she into you. Stop thinking that. She could just be trying to say hi and do exactly what I say here, just trying to give you a compliment, and that's it. It don't mean that she trying to smash. It don't mean that she interested. She could be doing just what I said here, just trying to give a brother a compliment, and that's it. Many of us men have a hard time understanding that sometimes a woman's just being nice, and it doesn't mean that she's just simply trying to be nice. It doesn't necessarily mean she's into you. All right. And I'll be the first to admit that I see that. A lot of men, doesn't matter what ethnicity they are, men in general have a hard time realizing that just because a woman is being nice, it does not mean that she's into you. All right. So, brothers, read the room. Read the room, please. All right. Start reading the room. Just because a sister says, "Hey, my brother, have a good day. Enjoy your day." All right. Don't say, "Oh, yo, excuse me, excuse me." No, read the room. Read the room. There might be that time, but read the room. All right. So listen, that's about 18 minutes or so. This, like I said, I'm just gonna come to y'all, start maybe doing one or two of these. Let me know if y'all like these or not. Am I wasting my time? Does it mean something? Let me know. Um, and listen, that's about it. So hit the comment section. Let me know what you thought about. Let me know what you thought about all of this and everything. And because I'm really interested. I'm really interested in hearing what your thoughts on everything we talked about. I really am interested in hearing everything you know, yeah. So until next time, and listen, I got a show coming for y'all the end of the week. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Yes, it is. So until then, y'all know how I say love, peace, and hair grease. I'm out.